What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. The aquarium rack behind me is aquarium. Did I say aquarium? The racking behind me is doing really well, and I'm enjoying it so much that I want more. Lots more. That was quite sinister, wasn't it? Sorry. Right, so what have we got here? So, a whole new rack, just like this one here. We've got 3 tanks so far. I've got another 3 ordered, and I've got 2 lights. So basically, exactly what I've got here. Now, I haven't got the air system because I think I'm going to be doing these as fish, and I want to do some hang on the back filters for all 6 tanks. Why do I want to do that? Well, it's very hard to scape tanks when you've got, you know, that thing in it. But you can get those so that they stick to the side. But again, a cleaner look and some more biological filtration for more fish. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing in this area. So we've got a whole section then in that corner of just racks and tanks. I think that'll look really good. And it will give us tons and tons of interest and stuff to look at for me to come in every day. I might be able to, you know, get some bigger tanks as well and another racking system, maybe this side, I don't know yet. And I can get like some breeding action for some fish, you know, really push that area. That's an area where I've not got barely, any experience at all. And I'd really like to see what I could do with that. So I've managed to come across this cool little thing that I saw on all the other shrimp sort of channels that I've been doing whilst researching. Everyone seems to feed their fish, I was going to say, their shrimp in these little dish bowls, glass bowls, so that the food stays in one area. Then you can feed it through the pipe. Let me, I haven't even, I'm trying to talk about it, I haven't got it, hang on. Oh yeah, I put it over here. Right, here is the little thing. Come out. So cute looking. It's just a diddy. This is so hard one-handed. Why don't I just hang on? And there we go, look. A tiny little glass dish. How cute is that? It's just a glass dish. I don't know why it's cute, but it is, alright? And what I can do now is take this tiny little sort of tube, place it in the water like that, and just feed straight into the little bowl so that it all stays there collected. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, look at this little shrimp. Come and have a look. Oh, this is so nice. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Sorry. Click subscribe. Oh, how good is that, look? So you can see I had quite a bit of time before it all sunk down as well. Now the benefit of this, of course, is that I can see when everything is or isn't eaten, and if there's a load left over, well, I can just, you know, take it out with a turkey baster that I've got, suck it straight out the tank, and then there's not going to get any sort of waste building up and ammonia and all those sorts of problems. It's just a really good way of monitoring what's being eaten by the shrimps. I just watched the time lapse back. Looks like this little cheeky snelly devil just comes straight in stealing one, and then a couple of the crystals just took out the stuff from the bowl and just took it around the tank. Well, that's great, isn't it? To be fair though, I think they'll probably start to learn, if they can. I think they can, that this will be their feeding place, and when they get that sense that there's food in the water, they'll come straight over to this area. I'm hoping that's the case anyway. If I just do regular time lapses like that, we can see what they do, and that is fun to watch, isn't it? Just seeing them all just zooming all over the place like that. It's great though. Look at them all out. Look at them all over in this corner. And now this is the opportunity to see if there's any buried ones. Now I can't see any so far, but then, you know, it's only early days, isn't it? They would only just receive that batch in the store when I got them last video, and it's very much likely the guys that sent the cherries to the store, well, they're going to keep any buried ones that they've got to produce babies for themselves. Right guys, I have just got back from the fish shop, and I have got something special in this little bag that can go in one of these tanks temporarily. They will be shrimp tanks obviously later on, but for now they're free. Well, not free, they cost money. I mean, they're not being used. So I'm going to put these in. Now these are, theirs are not focusing, that's what they're doing. I've got 10 chili resporas. Stop it. There we go. Tiny little resporas. I'm going to put them in this one, I think, here. Just leave them in there to temperature acclimate at the moment. I'll turn the light off as well. And then, you know, once they're at the right temperature, after about 20 minutes or so, I can put them into this tank and just keep them as a bit of a quarantine, see how they do. It's full of snails. It's full of waste. The filter's been running now for 3 weeks. So we're all cycled and ready to go. So that's going to be cool. Okay, there we go, straight in off the bat. Not off the bat, I don't know why I said that, there's no bats. No real colour in them yet, obviously they've been in the bag, but we'll give them a little while, we'll come back and see how they're doing. But up in the racks above, and remember I put these two in quarantine, these two crystal red shrimp in quarantine. They're doing absolutely fine and brilliant. One of them's even molted, you can see just behind there. So let's move those across now and meet their friends and family in this aquarium where I've just put a feeding pellety thing there that just the snails seem to be enjoying, but we just need to get their mates across. Awesome, they're in, and look at the size of that female at the back there on top of that filter. Absolute beast. It's like the Godzilla of crystal red shrimp. Parameter wise, these tanks are both exactly the same, set up at the same time, same stuff in them. I mean, there's going to be very, very minimal difference between them, but hopefully, you know, we continue to get the great results we're getting so far, and very soon get some babies. And this has definitely become the snail feeding area. Come on, crystals, get your food. So guys, I've just got back from Aquarium Gardens. I left crazy early, like 5 o'clock in the morning. I made the trip there. I've got loads of awesome wood, plants, rocks, decorative sand. Did I say plants? Yeah, I said plants. Anyway, all this stuff is for the cube tanks that we've got set up, or going to be set up, in the other studio. Yeah, here we go, look, here's all the wood. Tons of wood at the back there. We've got aquasaur, we've got plants, loads of different kinds of stones, food, a random holder for paper towel, but no paper towel. Anyway, get this all into the studio. And obviously this is all what I'm talking about, and then there's the racking system down there that I'm just going to build in a second. I didn't film the trip because obviously I've done it recently and it was in the vlog, you don't need to see it again all the time, but we've got some awesome wood. Now let me get this racking built and then I can put all the stuff on there and you can see what we've got. Right, that's everything painted, but I didn't really plan this when I set up this row of like racks and tanks you can see, and it doesn't quite fit. Let me explain. Okay, so I've jumbled, pushed, budged, whatever. I budged them all up so that they're there, and that's obviously where this side is going to start, so it's not like inhibiting the view at all. However, I think that that's going to bug me, like eventually, and it's also meaning that I can't use the full space and capacity. But obviously to shift that up, I need to drain, shift this all up. I've got a little bit of a gap over that side to be able to shift it. And then that creates a bigger gap here, which means that can shift up, which means we'll probably be able to use up that whole space to come across. And then we can have them going in a perfect line and it won't bug me. And maybe I can put like a nice big plant in the gap or something like that. But I think it's going to be worth the effort. Now you don't want to, well, I don't want to drain lots of this water because the shrimp in particular are very sensitive to parameter changes, so I'll drain a little and just shift them all across onto this one, which I'll move out a little bit and just put them on there for the time being, and then drain, well, almost drain. Obviously I need to keep enough water in for the nano fish, same in each and every one, and then I'll be able to just shift this all along just a little bit at a time and hopefully we'll be all right. Right, that's all the tanks moved across. That actually took so much longer than it looked, but it's fine. I had to drain down. Okay, so this is the crystal red one. I had to drain down a lot of water. I don't want to do a 50% water change, so I've stored the water to put back in. I'll probably put back in like 30% there, up, you know, making it up to like, so only a 20% water change, so we should be fine with that. Now, that's as close up as it can go there. It's much further in than it was, but I still want to go further, so I just have to come over here. I think I'm going to take this out and just put something smaller for that nice plant to sit on because I really like it being there, and then I can hopefully shift this up once I've drained most of that down and then drained that one down. Just draining away now. If you're wondering where I'm draining to, it goes along here, out this room, into the other room, which is now all a bomb site because I'm doing all of this, and in under the sink underneath there into like the pipe that you would usually have your you know, washing machine or something like that go in. Okay, we've done it. Now, that might seem like a ton of effort to move that up that much, but come on, Once that's pushed in as well, once I move those over, there'll be no gap between the two. They'll just lead on, and that'll be just so much more worth it. I'm not one to fuss around small details that don't affect things, but I think in this instance that would really bug me if that didn't go, you know, didn't meet there and you weren't utilizing the full space. Space is key. You need to take full advantage of everything you've got in small areas like this. It's not small, but it's not big, is it? Well, that's that all done, but this place is a mess and it needs to be cleaned now. So that's good. We've cleared everything. Took way longer than it actually looked, but we've now got all these boxes over in this corner. This is 6 cube aquariums, a filter for a different aquarium at some point, and 2 big lights on the top. Basically exactly the same as what we've got here, but I need to build it here now and make even more mess. So that's all the tanks on the shelf, but they do need the black backing on. And that's looking great, but we haven't got any light. We need light, of course. Now, the way I fixed these up was quite easy. Well, you probably saw in the video, but if you didn't, I tried to drill through, didn't have the right bit, so I just punched the hole in with a hammer and a screwdriver. Some cable ties just looped around the bottom, job done, and it works. An absolute treat. There's no point overcomplicating anything if you don't need to, so same as going to be done on this side. These just slot out like easy, and then you can just one at a time just bang a hole in and then get it hooked up. Well, hey, we have lights. Now, that looks class, doesn't it? I mean, there's no sort of wires on show. It's a really tidy look. Now, the way I've done that, obviously, is there you go. You can see the cable there, and then it runs down the back. Just cable tied at the top. Stop going blurry. Cable tied at the top. Down there's another cable tie, and then the wires on the floor. I'll tidy all that area up. It is as neater than it actually looks, and it is organised. It just needs sort of that. I don't know what that is, whatever. So yeah, anyway, on the trip to Aquarium Gardens, I got a load of new plants as well as new hardscape. I'm gonna fill up those at the back there with water, those tanks. I don't need to put any substrate in them because each one's gonna be scape, but I do need to fill them up with water and get the plants into them because I wanted to start converting to their immersed growth state so we can start using them in a scape I've got planned. I've got a really good idea coming up. I don't want to tell you or spoil it though, but it involves better fish. Possibly females. Ooh, and if you ask me, that is looking awesome. Now, quite a lot of you have said before, well, that's not true. 1 or 2 people said before, oh, it's easy doing all this when you get all your plants for free. Well, I don't get my plants for free anymore. I bought every single one of them you can see here, apart from things like the pearlweed and the Java ferns, which I've been cultivating myself. So there's quite a lot of pearlweed, in fact. Every single tank's got a nice big bunch of it that I put in. Let me show you where I got it from. That's right, my other studio. This is my other studio for those of you who don't know. Some nice big bits of wood there going in the tank that's coming up. But there's the discus tank. I've added in some plants into the background there just to help with some little algae issues that we've got going on. That's coming up in a future vlog. But I got tons and tons of plants from here. You know, I've got all of the pearlweed. This is the short stuff that's already trimmed back. You need to let it grow again before you retrim. But this whole section around here, you can see where I've hacked it all off. I'll get the wispy ones as well, just so we're at a level playing field for trimming again. And also in this whole section here I took out as well. But we've also got at the top here, look, I've already taken a stem trimming of it. That is Rotala green that you can see there. Or not, because it didn't focus. Look at how green that plant is. It's so nice. And then next to it is Rotala rotundifolia, which has got the sort of pinky hue to it. The closer the plant gets to the light, the more pinky it goes. Apart from Rotala green, which stays green, hence the name. I've actually got quite a lot still there. Look, I've got loads of Rotalas in there to go, some Limnophila, all this extra stuff that I can bunch up and put into those tanks ready for future scapes. But that said, I don't want everything to look samey. So every single plant you can see here, like at the back there is the Alternamphora Rosenberg. Oh, I struggle with these names. Anyway, every single plant that's in a pot is like stuff that I have rarely used or not used at all. So there's loads of different Ludwigias that I've never used. I don't even know. Sagittaria Lerez, I don't know. It wants to float. Oh, I just splashed everywhere. Sorry. What else have we got? That one in the middle there. Cardamine Laerata. I mean, I don't even know what that is. It looks like hydrocotyle to me, just like a bigger version. Who knows? But it's all going to look great in the new tanks that I've got planned in the future. Oh yeah, filtration wise guys, I've ordered some more of the sponge filters. They're not here yet, but what I'm going to do is actually take the weights off the bottom and clip them so they're higher up. So if I clip them up there, it means I can still scape fully the bottom section, so we can do some cool things and stuff and all that. But that is it for this one guys. Make sure you hit the like and the subscribe button, and I will see you on the next one.